Hi there, it's Jonny Muller from Point Blank Online, back once more to show you some cool tricks with the Ableton Live 8 and sounds and samples from clickproduce.com. Today I'm just experimenting really, and I've got a breakbeat from the KJ Sorka live pack that you registered Ableton users can download for free from ableton.com. And I've got a beat here, a kind of hip hop beat, and I want to layer it with some sound effects. I just want to get more of a kind of unique sound to these drums. And a good example of this is using this Designer Dance Effects pack from Loop Masters, some of the sounds in here. If I go in here, I mean, these are just very high quality rises, drops, effects, all the kind of stuff that you would expect from Loop Masters. Extra little things that you can put onto your tracks in sort of build-ups and breakdowns, and the difference being really the sound quality. The sound quality of this particular pack is superb. They've used very, very high quality studio effects. So you've got reverbs and delays on these effects already. So you don't necessarily need to, load them in, then put a delay on it and then some reverb on it to make it sound nice. It's kind of ready to go. But I'm going to use it for a slightly different purpose today. I'm going to go in here to the Impact, Hits and Stabs folder. And I'm going to start putting some of these samples down into Arrange View here. And actually kind of looking at where the different drum hits play within this loop and lining up the samples alongside so that when you get a snare sound, you also get an impact sample playing at the same time. And it's a way of kind of customizing your drum loops and essentially kind of beefing them up and making them sound a bit more unique and a bit more like you. So here's the beat. And I'm playing it a little bit faster than it was originally intended to be used at. This is an 80 BPM loop. I'm playing it at 92 beats per minute. So we've got little rolls and flams, and we've got kicks and snares, and I'm going to start layering some of these impact effects in here too. Let's just play some of them. So it's this kind of thing, just single samples that have like a nice wide stereo effect and a nice reverb on them. Let's take this one, and I'm just going to load it in here and just open up the track. In fact, what I'm going to do quickly is just put in a few audio tracks like so, and then just select them all and open them all up so that we can see everything straight away. And if I hold down the Alt key, I can actually size all these tracks together like so. There we are. So they're all the same width now. Right, so this impact noise, I've literally just placed that over where the kick plays. Now we've got all this reverb on it. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to trim that off, just size the clip, and then use the fades to just fade that out over time. If I zoom it in quickly, you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Just using the fades to shape, and we've done this before using fades on vocals, I do believe, on a previous tutorial. So that's now a little bit shorter, and I can just move that around and design it. So yeah, it kind of fades out now just before the snare, which is here. And the important thing is that you keep referencing, when you're doing this, keep referencing as where the different peaks of audio are, so that you can edit and design your extra impacts alongside that. Okay, so let's try this one, and let's put this on beat 2 and bring that in again, and then again, if I just hit Command C to copy, I'm going to place the cursor on 2.2 and then hit Command V. So I've now got 2 of them on beat 2 of each bar. Again, I'm just going to go in and use fades to just tail that off a little bit. There we are. How about that? Okay, let's kind of put something in this space here. We've got these nice little kind of rolls towards the end of the bar. So let's just put something in there. Yeah, this one will do. I'm kind of just grabbing any of them for now, but you could spend a bit more time kind of going through them and looking at what we've got. Okay, So here, I'm just going to line some of these up. Let's just have this region here covered, and then this snare hit here. So I'm going to just use the Alt key to copy now. Just bring that in. So we've got kind of two slightly different sized hits now at that point. That's nice. That's giving us a really nice little kind of shift in rhythm at that point. And what I could do is go in and just zoom in a bit and just do some more editing really. Just maybe trim off the last little section so we get a little kind of pocket, a little gap. And it sort of defines this second hit a little bit more now that we've got that space there. Okay, let's just try one more. That's nice. Let's pop that in at the top here at the end. And yeah, let's have that on 2.4. So this is the last snare of the 2-bar region now. And let's have some fun with this. I'm going to just make an edit here. I'm going to hit Command E to split that. Let's get rid of this end bit. And I'm just going to duplicate this one over, Command D, and go in and let's just change the pitch. So we've got like 2 different pitches on that sample. Give it a slightly different color. Okay, I'm going to come out of this folder. That's the impacts. I quite like that. That seems to flow quite nicely and sort of add an extra dimension to the drums, you know, a slightly more spectacular dimension to the drums. Let's go to the sub drops and find one of these. That one will do. Drag this in. Let's put this kind of here. Just leading up to the end of the first bar again, going to go to fades and just fade that out. So now we've got a bass drop towards the end of the bar 2. Let's put that in again at 2.3. I'm going to open out that sample as well. So now if I solo, if I mute rather, the drums, this is what I've added. Now of course I can just group these together now. If I just hold down Shift, multi-select all the tracks, right click and group. I can now control the overall volume of all those samples alongside those drums. So I'm going to bring the volume down a bit. There we go. So this is unmixed. This is work in progress. So I might need to control the levels, go into the group and adjust the levels for each one of these layers. But hopefully you can see what I'm doing there. Just using these what are essentially incidental sounds, effects, sound effects that we would add onto transitions and onto breakdowns in our tracks, but really using them more for kind of layering and sort of customizing and pimping these drums. Okay, you can learn loads of cool stuff like this at pointblankonline.net, and I'll be back again next week to show you more little tricks with Ableton Live 8 and sounds and samples from the very good people at clickproduce.com. Peace.
Bye.